Konita, there have been developments, of course, with the MK party distancing themselves from Floyd Shivambu, but listening to the minister there, what's going to be quite important is the charges that Shepherd Bushiri will face in South Africa should he be extradited. Take me through what that is looking like, because it appears now that they're looking to add more charges relating to how he left the country.
Absolutely. So remember when Shepherd Bushiri and his wife were arrested, they were arrested on charges of fraud, money laundering, racketeering, as well as contravening currency laws. Then they were added onto that rape charges, and they were very, very serious cases, as well as the contravention of his bail conditions. And at that point, Shepherd Bushiri had fled the country with his wife, and they had gone to Malawi. And the state has been trying for the last 4 years to get him back to answer those questions. So as Mamuluku Kubai mentioned, that the court in Malawi agreed that on 3 of the 13 charges that he faced, there's enough of a case to warrant extradition back to South Africa, and that's an important one for him to come and stand trial. But they say that there are other charges, especially around defeating the ends of justice and in his escape from South Africa. Now, the question is, the public fracas around Floyd Shivambu going to Malawi, visiting Shepherd Bushiri, did he do anything wrong? I think the concern is around the public endorsement around someone who has been a known fugitive, who has undermined the criminal justice system in South Africa, and is effectively on the run. If you go into what Floyd Shivambu has said publicly after meeting with Shepherd Bushiri and attending his church service, lauding him for the work that he has done, celebrating his church's efforts in Malawi, equating it to government-level type intervention. And that, as Mamuluku Kubai said, as well as the MK party, it amounts to a disrespect to the rule of law.
Is this valid, though, if you're looking at the side of the MK party? Because one might argue that, well, one has a right to freedom of association. And if Floyd Shivambu decides that he wants to go to Malawi to go attend a particular church, the fact that the pastor has been charged with certain criminal charges does not change the fact that he still has that right.
But as Secretary General of the MK party, the association that he now has is linking his party, the MK party, to the misdemeanors and the crimes, the alleged crimes of Shepherd Bushiri. And so the MK party is saying very clearly in a statement and that they do not endorse any of Bushiri's actions, and that Floyd Shivambu went there in his personal capacity. Now the question is, Andy, what happens next? Does he get sanctioned by the party for this visit and for the possible reputational damage that comes with that, and the association that the MK party will now have with Shepherd Bushiri? And then more importantly, where will Floyd Shivambu stand subsequent to that? Because the party said it had no knowledge of Shivambu's visit. And so if he says he was there in his personal capacity, why the public endorsement? And secondly, whether the party will deem fit. And also when we talk about the party, we have to recall that it is mired with internal factions, and there has been public displays of leadership tussles between people like Floyd Shivambu and Duduzile Zuma, for example. So how does a visit like this, which the party has called unsanctioned, play into those leadership tussles within the MK party?
Does one get the sense that perhaps within the MK party, as you're talking about some of the factions that might exist within the party, that this then could be something that could spell trouble for a Floyd Shivambu who many have been saying might not entirely be happy within the MKP?
I think that the MK party issuing this public statement and distancing themselves, and also, saying unequivocally that the MK party does not support Shepherd Bushiri, and also saying, not undermining the charges that he is currently facing, because this is a party that has said it supports victims of gender-based violence. It has been quite vehement against other, church leaders who have, had brushes with the law. And so they're saying that this is not a hill that the MK party wants to die on, in other words.
And as we wrap up then, what can the MK party do here? Is this sufficient grounds for one to perhaps institute disciplinary action against somebody within the party, or even to lead to dismissal? Because, well, if you're looking at it on the face of it, at the very least, doesn't look like it was a criminal offense. It's just association.
Yeah, so the MK party will have to decide how far they take the matter and how grave of a concern it is. But obviously, their statement came as a response to the public outcry. There was a lot of concern. There was a lot of public, dissatisfaction that was expressed, even from MK party diehards, to say this is a man that is facing charges of rape. He is accused of, over a 6-year period, drugging, raping allegedly, and threatening murder on some of these women who are at the time as young as 16 years old. And that's the state's case against Shepherd Bushiri. And so it's important then to say, how far will the MK party want to take this matter, or is the public statement where they distance themselves enough? We'll see this week.
Yeah, we'll keep a close eye on that. That's Konita Hunter, of course, has been following that story quite closely.
Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Dr. Jones. Why Not TV. Please subscribe. Bye for now till we meet again next time. Subscribe, please. Don't forget to like and to comment. Thank you very much.
Dr. Jones, Why Not TV.
Goodbye till we meet again next time. Subscribe.